Could we live to be 116 plus years old? According to an article, world's oldest person has by eating 3 eggs a day. Emma Morano, world's oldest person, shares her secrets for a long life. In 1 month, it will be Emma Morano's birthday. Though she hasn't invited anyone, people from around the world are still likely to turn up to celebrate with the last known person alive to have been born in the 19th century. Quote, I'm 116 years, and on November 27th I will be 117. This alert and chatty lady tells AFP in her room in Verbania, a town in northern Italy, on Lake Maggiore. On a marble-topped chest of drawers stands proudly the Guinness World Records certificate, declaring Morano, born in 1899, to be the world's oldest living person. There is also a photograph of her and her doctor, Carlo Bava, holding eggs. The secret to her long life appears to lie in eschewing all received medical wisdom. Quote, I eat 2 eggs a day, and that's it, and cookies. But I do not eat much because I have no teeth. End quote, she says. The egg habit dates from when she was diagnosed with anemia at 20 in the wake of World War I, and a doctor advised her to eat 3 a day, 2 raw and 1 cooked. She maintained that regimen for 90 years and is believed to have eaten over 100,000 eggs and counting. Quote, Emma has always eaten very few vegetables, very little fruit. When I met her, she ate 3 eggs per day, 2 raw in the morning, and then an omelet at noon, and chicken at dinner, end quote, said Bava, who has been her doctor for the past 27 years. Now she lives mostly on biscuits, and quote, and does not want to eat meat because she doesn't like it anymore, and someone told her it causes cancer, end quote. He said, Morano is not even sure she'll have a slice of her birthday cake, saying, quote, the last time I ate a little, but then I did not feel good, end quote. A precarious equilibrium. She may still be some way off the previous record held by France's Jeanne Calment, who lived to be 122, but Morano, the eldest of 8 children, who has outlived all her younger siblings, knows turning 117 will be an event to celebrate. People come. People come. I don't invite anybody, but they come. From America, Switzerland, Austria, Turin, Milan. They come from all over to see me, end quote, she says with an amused smile. Birthdays aside, Morano is a solitary person, having left for her violent husband in 1938, shortly after the death in infancy of her only son. She lived alone, worked in a factory producing socks to support herself. She clung to her independence, only taking on a full-time caregiver last year, though she has not left her small 2-room apartment for 20 years and has been bedbound for the last year. While her mind is alert, she is very deaf, speaks with difficulty, and does not see well enough to watch television, spending her time instead either sleeping or snacking. Bava puts her longevity partly due to genetics. Morano's mother died at 91, and at least two of her sisters lived to be over 100, but said having a daily routine and her great strength of character had also likely played their parts. Quote, she is a very determined person. She has never wanted to go to the hospital. She's never received any particular health care. She's suffered from a bit of bronchitis, had a blood transfusion, and some stitches, but always at home. End quote. Quote, now she's well. She's very well. But it's clear she lives every day in a very, very precarious equilibrium. End quote, he said. Bava admits he feels a bit like, quote, the keeper of the Tower of Pisa, end quote, which has been leaning for centuries. The day it topples over, someone will be held responsible. Quote, when Emma dies, people will hold me accountable, end quote, he says. There will be a link posted with the article below. Thank you for watching. Good day and good health.